All right. We got our server. We got Evoh versus Revezy, the first match on our stream today in the North American versus EU Challenge. Evoh also started off the day yesterday when we had the North American guys playing the Middle East guys. Evoh and Revezy. Evoh we've seen on stream a lot. He is one of the young grinders, just recently turned 14 years old, and has pushed himself to the top spots on the leaderboard. I don't know if he's made it to 1, but he's definitely put himself, behind the big 3. AJ, First Killer, Daniel, those guys always taking the NA spots on the ranked leaderboard. But Evoh has been around right behind them for a long time now. On the other side of the field, a newcomer to our stream, an EU player, Revezy. Revezy has been around the EU scene for a long time. I think everybody knows him as a top player from Johnny Boy's stream. So this should be a good match. I'm excited to see this guy play in person for the first time instead of, well, I should say in person. We're not here at a LAN. We are still playing online. These first few games are going to be on NA servers. We are going back and forth between North American and EU servers for a best of 6. 3 games played on one. Or I shouldn't say best of 6, more like a set of 6. 3 games will be played on one server, and then 3 games will be played on another. So these first 3 games, we did a coin flip to find out where we're going to start. And we're starting on North American servers. Evoh rocking 9 ping. Revezy rocking around 90 ping. And right now, these guys feeling each other out at the start of the game. Nobody able to strike first. But something I found out this morning is that RJC hooked us up. RJC hooked the event up with a $1,000 donation. Nice hook shot from Evoh. But $1,000 was thrown into the prize pool for the winning team. So I want to say the way it's going to work is whichever team wins the most matches, if somebody is able to steal a game on the opposing server and then, defend their server perfectly or something, then they basically have won that match. There's a chance they could tie if they end up splitting the series 3-3. But in the off chance they don't tie, then we will have a winner, and then whichever team wins the most matches, pretty sure is who's going to get the $1,000. How do you intend to handle donations this stream? That's a good question. If people want to donate to individual prize pools, they can. The thing is, they're risking a tie, and I don't know what to do about a tie. If you donate to a prize pool, maybe I'm going to have to split it between the two. So if you do donate during these games, I can, make it a prize pool for the specific games that they're playing, but there's a chance we just split it between both of them because it could just be a tie. Revezy tying it up while we explain the format. Evoh, the pressure on him to start this one out. I think he was asking if he could play EU servers first. I get the impression that the players in general would rather play their away servers and finish on their home servers. Air dribble from Rev is going to be very, very easy to score with this mistake from Evoh. Back in his half. Oh, just like a field side flip. You don't see that very often. Trying to pre-jump the air dribble, maybe protect against the air dribble bump, but side flipping away. Not going to be able to get the save. So Evoh, the early lead, a really slow scoring start to this game. Maybe as they feel each other out. I doubt these guys have played each other at all. This wouldn't surprise me if this was their very first time playing against each other, despite being high-rated players. I don't think Evoh pulls away from the North American servers very often. I mean, he has literally 8 ping on the server he's playing on right now. And I think he's a little bit used to that. So I'm not sure he wants to jump around. Maybe they've played against each other if Revezy plays on USC servers sometimes. I know the EU guys can cross over, but he doesn't exactly get great ping. And a nice cut and a bounce dribble from Evoh. Evoh's starting today in the Fennec. Normally he's always in the Octane. But not even a bounce dribble, actually. Just a one-chip setup. Putting it in the far post. A good left to right dribble. Hard to make the read on where those hook shots are going to end up. And Evoh able to put it behind. Chat, do you think I should, once again, mute the follow notification? I think I fixed the sound to where it's like a reasonable sound, but we might be running into another situation where we're getting a lot of follows all day. So unless you guys want to hear that ring, for all time, we might have to change that. Appreciate it, by the way, everybody following. Evoh, a nice kickoff win. Big what ifs for Evoh in the North American versus Middle East Challenge. We'll see what he can do here today. Evoh, the camera work, as always. Turning back to see what Revezy's doing. No reason to come to this ball. Evo's always tried to bait people in. He loves this shot. Revezy's going to make the save, but he's in a really tough spot. He's got to make a good continuation play. Evoh, very smart to just tap it above. You could see the potential desire to want to rip a shot right away. But all you have to do is wait for Revezy to come off the ceiling. He has a very predictable path with no boost. And then just tap it in after.
Much love here, Wrestler 33. Let me get another show match sometime fun.
Yo, thank you, Cat, for the Prime. For 2 months. Much appreciated. Revezy struggling to get anything going here in the second half of this game. Finding a couple goals at the start. But since then, has not found much. The players playing today for the NA team are Evoh, Drees, Daniel, and Fifi. Fifi subbing in for Wiz. We've seen Fifi play a bunch on our stream before, and he was ready and willing, quick to respond and be available to play. So GLHF to Fifi. I think we could see a lot of good things from him today. Evoh trying to secure this game. 30 seconds left to go. This long clear from Revezy, he might be able to get back to it, but he's not going to be able to adjust that shot enough to truly stop Evoh from scoring. So game number 1 on its way to going in favor of Evoh. You hear people say, I think you'll hear people say a lot that it doesn't really matter what happens when you win on your own server. It's all about breaking. Whether you play, I think tennis uses the term break. You get the idea. Evo's basically on serve, and he needs to try and secure all these North American games. And if Revezy's even able to take one, we've run a couple of these in the past, and usually one is enough. If you could steal one, you're in a really good spot for the rest of the series. Evoh trying to throw a clip on for the end of this game. But game number 1 will go in favor of Evoh, or number 2, as we go to game number 2. Evoh versus Rev. Game number 2. Another game on USD servers. I know people are going to be asking about that a lot. Still on US East. First 3 will be here. Evoh on the kickoff. Not much of a shot attempt. Rev taking it to the air. And Evoh challenging early enough to make sure he collides with Rev before he gets any momentum. Preventing the demo from happening. And as long as he can bump Rev back into it, a huge clear and just a faster recovery. Great mechanics. I mean, Evoh in the open field is always going to be very effective. He is one of the better players in terms of mechanical control. And if he needs to get into an awkward position to make a quick touch, I mean, he's going to get that every time. You never have to worry about him getting the ball to the net fast. Rev has bounced dribble a little bit too quick. Evoh able to take it away easy. Has a wide open net, and he'll get a second. Evoh wave dash kickoff. I'm not sure we've seen Evoh mess with the wave dash kickoff much, but the bump on Rev almost was enough. He tried to bump Revezy out of the way so that he couldn't get back to the ball. And it didn't work at all. Never mind. Looking back, Revezy actually was completely unmoved by the bump. But both these guys missing on the goal line. A little bit of panic, a little bit of nerves, maybe. Who knows at the start of this game. Evoh another kickoff win. Taking it to the skies. He sees the early jump from Rev. So he just taps it above. But he'll have to go right back at another full boost defender. Revezy, the feels backflip into his net. A great recovery from it, though. Rev has an open field right now. Evoh not going to be able to get back. Good patience. Great bit of defense from Revezy. In the back line, Evoh had a couple different good shot attempts. Rev staying calm and quick. Showing some defense early. Pre-jumping any of those high shots that Rev or Evoh might have taken, and ultimately being able to get a takeaway to score the second. Evoh has had a good kickoff, though. I mean, this is the first time I really feel like any of these cross-region matchups have gone, kickoffs have gone in favor of the person with more ping. Usually they're just, or better ping, I should say. Usually they're just very, very even. Rev, chip up to himself, trying to keep this one high, and unable for Evoh to take it away, and it worked perfectly. Evoh being pretty greedy here. Watch it, he had 30 boost. Rev just doing a good job of basically playing volleyball with that ball, keeping a nice high dribble. And when you take a dribble that high, I mean, it wasn't so much a dribble as he was passing it back and forth to himself, but when you get a lot of separation on the ball, you can frequently bait defenders into coming in to try and make a challenge. As long as you're faster than them, it's a good idea. Evoh lobbing up what felt like a perfect bounce dribble to Revezy. He's crossbarring down, but he'll get it. Interesting touch here from Evoh. Evoh didn't seem like he needed to tap that ball in field where it was a perfect bounce. In fact, he was lucky that Revezy got there as slowly as he did, because he was really low on boost, and he set it out to midfield where it would have been a perfect power shot for just an instant goal. Luckily, Rev got there a little bit late, and Evoh had a chance. Nice steal in the corner of this boost. And a good continuation, capitalization on an outplay as these guys rush to the boost. Rev, you could see he didn't land perfectly. Might have been able to get to that boost if he didn't land without drift. I mean, he landed off center, but as long as you hold drift, you can usually power through those pretty quickly, but he wasn't. You could see his car came to a complete stop and gave Evoh the window to take away the boost. So 4-3, Rev still in the lead here in this game number 2 on US East. Revezy, a nice carry, but weak flick. Was able to force Evoh back into net, but just lost control of it a little bit soon and was playing catch up with that dribble. Could not get behind it to get a strong flick. Evoh, nice demo. Can you bring this on net in time? That was actually a really nice touch from the side wall. It seemed like it was in an awkward spot, but he found a way to use the side flip to clip it and put it on line. He's got Rev with low boost now. He probably had to use that 30 to get that initial save. Such a smart play from Evoh to play it on the low 50. Revezy, not a lot of boost. Huge advantage for Evoh. And also Rev trying to play off the side wall, or sorry, back wall, is really hard to do, especially when the ball goes low. And although there's almost no chance that first 50 is going in, it's just going to leave Evoh in such a better spot than Rev. Nice power shot. What a shot from Rev. It seemed like he had been outplayed. He did not win the race to the boost. Evoh decided that he didn't even need to go for this ball, but a nice wave dash shot. And oh, man, that's a beauty of a shot. Rev finding a lot of power out of 0 boost, taking what was a bad situation and turning it into a goal. Evoh maybe needed to focus on getting that ball out of Revezy's area. A kickoff goal of his own. No, he gets bumped. He missed wide. It seemed like he was going to have the continuation, but Rev is able to bump him to put him slightly offline, but it is going to be a goal anyways. So a great bit of defense from Rev. Almost able to recover from what seemed like certain doom, but a bump on the back wall pushing him off, and he's not going to be able to get there. Evoh bounce dribble. Maybe trying to fake Rev there, but Rev staying really patient. Side foot flick. Trying to initiate a boost starvation play. When you put those soft flicks high and then immediately rush to that corner boost. He has done exactly that. He's gotten Evoh star, but he's going to be able to reset because he bought himself enough time. Rev is going back to these air dribbles every time he has open space, and Evo's done a really good job so far of pre-jumping them super early and getting up above. We saw Daniel do that really well. We see him do it really well on stream all the time. Evoh is still just a little bit behind. He hasn't been able to cleanly block one away, but definitely stopping Rev from having easy dribbles. A nice 45-degree flick, a high lob. Evoh should have a power shot. Did he miss wide? He did! Revezy left it open! Oh my goodness, I think Revezy thought it was online. Did he turn off ball cam? Wait, if he doesn't go for boost and he just prioritizes getting to that ball, oh man, he also could have saved that one. He just needed to not feels backflip. Rough situation for Rev. A little bit of a misread. He could have just rushed to the ball and I think tapped it away before Evoh shot. And he also could have gotten the save right there on the goal line if he didn't feels backflip. But Evoh up 6-5, 10 seconds left to go. He is going to take this back into his corner. No reason to bring it over to Rev. He will wait to bait him in. That's not the best of touches though. Instead, he passed it to Rev. Nice recovery. That'll do it. Evoh will take game number 2 as well, as we head to the last game on North American servers. Game 3, the last game on USD servers. Evoh versus Revezy. Evoh able to take the first 2. Revezy was controlling the majority of that game number 2 though. Evoh able to come back in the last moments and take it away. But there'd be nothing like securing the first 3 games. I tell you what, you could feel real confident knowing all you need to do is steal a single one. And I believe the prize pool is going to be handed out based on matches, which means Evoh just has to take a single game. Now, if you're ultimately, these guys also want to work for game differential, I'm sure. Game differential would be really nice if Evoh could, win 2 or 3. I mean, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We still have game number 3, but the point is if either player could win extra games even after they've already secured the series, it could be really good for their team in general, especially if it does end up coming down to tiebreakers in the game differential. Revezy in the octane here for game number 3. A 0 boost dribble. Long booming shot from Evoh. Just trying to put Revezy on the defensive line. He's going to take a trip out to as many pads as he can, and Evoh loves the shot, man. He loves it. He loves baiting people out. When the ball's rolling away, he wants it to roll as far as he can, and then he rips a boomer, man. 103 kilometer per hour. That's so fast. How does he get that much heat on it? It's truly a marvel, but my goodness. That's starting to become one of Evoh's favorite shots. Ooh, Revezy is just kind of going crazy on the kickoff. All right, y'all. We're going to tab in and out real quick to see if I can help with a little bit of frame dropping on my end. Hopefully you guys hadn't even seen it at all because it's only going from 144 to like 135, which you guys can't even see. Evoh gonna get a kickoff goal scored on him. Revezy. A nice shot from Evoh. Evoh is really complimenting some of these frustrating shots. I wonder if it's his way of handling them. Revezy's getting like quick shots that Evoh, kickoff goals, and normally the kind of goals that players actually get really frustrated about getting scored on them, like this one. He's just giving nice shots to Rev, which is good to see. Wow, nice shot. That actually was a nice shot. I take that back. 0 boost. Really good play. A nice pre-flip into the ball. Evoh thought he had open field, but he did not. Evoh bounce dribble. Turning it into the air. He has actually stayed away from the air more than he normally does in the past couple days. 0 boost. Tough situation. He's going to try and continue this ball. Nice play. Confidence. We'll get him a goal. Such a dangerous situation, too. He knows if he doesn't stick with this ball, if he doesn't make a nice play in this next moment, he's going to be operating in a really tough spot. His back corners were just taken away. Rev had just taken the midfield boost as well. So the tides were very soon going to swing in Rev's favor if Evoh wasn't able to get a shot, but he stays confident and attacks the ball with 0 boost. A nice kickoff goal. 5-2. Evoh playing well today against Revezy. We'll see if he can maintain it through the EU servers or if he can hold it out for the next 3 minutes. A lot of time left in this game number 3. Miss on the backboard. Not going to get punished. Able to recover in time. for Revezy's shot. Early challenge for Revezy. He's had enough of challenging just a little bit later and getting outplayed. But wow, what a crazy dive with absolutely zero boost. What is Evoh doing? Evoh's going freestyle mode. Evoh! He got this flip reset. He might be able to use it to recover, but he's in such a tough spot. I mean, yeah, he's going to get scored on it. That was a crazy dribble. Evoh doesn't give up on balls, though. That is one of the things we have definitely noticed. If the shot starts awkward and he's not able to get a nice few touches, he's not giving up on it. He's finishing it. Evoh up to nice quick shot. Wow. A cheeky little pop, just using a single jump to accelerate it. Revezy's in net. He's got the speed. But Evoh has the outplay. Halfway through this game, a 6-3 lead for Evoh. Oh, Evoh trying to get a cheeky wave dash shot. Having to use a lot of boost just to recover, but he's got 100. Revezy, a nice flick. Great shot from Rev, taking advantage of the mistake from Evoh. Evoh deciding to full retreat, giving Revezy a lot of space. And these guys are so lethal. Nice 45-degree turn. Flicking it into the top left corner. Evoh, another kickoff in his favor. This has been a big part of his game. Nice bait in. A good slow play. Revezy has not been willing to hang out in net forever. He sees Evoh starting the bounce dribble and just poorly timed challenge. I mean, credit to Evoh for threatening as much as he can. Nice fake from Evoh. Oh, he did it. That's the Usain Bolt. If you ask me, that's the Usain Bolt turn. Evoh's not actually trying to see where Revezy's at. He knows he's got it. He's the only player that does this. It's cheeky because the thing is, Revezy doesn't even know. Revezy can't see that Evoh's doing that. He doesn't know what camera movement he's doing. But I love it, man. I love that cheeky little celebration of pulling the camera back. The point is, Evoh's actually missed shots doing that, though. So at that point, it becomes completely ridiculous. You have to make your shot. But I think I've seen him do the Usain Bolt look back and then miss the open breakaway. So that kind of nullifies it. But this time he scores it up 8-4. Ship to himself. Flipper says he's going to need 2 to bring it back. And he's not going to be able to get it. But the good news is that Revezy's shot is not straight into the net, which means Evoh has a chance to recover. In fact, Revezy, he dove a little bit deep to try and continue that ball. He dove all the way into the corner, and then he had to come back out to take the shot, which meant he had no momentum forwards. All his momentum was retreating. Evoh, what a huge save. I think he made it look harder than it really was, but a great save and a counterattack. Evoh up 9-4. Just flying back to save this one away. Yeah, he had loads of boost. He didn't need to do that exotic save, but he gets it. And he's up 9-4. Revezy has had some weird kickoffs. I'm starting to wonder if these guys do this on purpose. A lot of them do it, but they kind of fly at the ball, but they still connect in a good spot. I don't know if it's just pros being really good at recovering, or if it's intentional to kind of come at the kickoff higher to try and push it down. I don't really know. I think it usually involves missing a boost, though, so you're giving up a single boost pad. That's why I've always assumed it was a mistake, but it's happened enough times now. Evoh is putting on a clip show. Revezy's going to join as well. It seems like instead of taking his open net, he's going to try and rip a pinch. I can't believe Daniel scored that pinch. That was insane. I had never seen somebody connect on it before. Yeah, I think Revezy's in the same world now. Not taking that open net. These guys are ready to go to the EU servers. Evoh. Flip reset at midfield. Pinch soft. Revezy clip for the road. A little breezy action. He'll save us having to watch the replay. We'll head to EU servers. I think we'll create this time, probably. Evoh throwing out the OMG. Not letting it touch the ground. 3-0 for Evoh, so he's in a good spot. Now he just needs to try and win a game on EU servers. as he slowly does not let this game end. Evoh with 104. He's going to take it. 104 on EU servers. Evoh versus Revezy. Oh, we got to update it. Chat, you didn't help me. All right, I'll go update it right after this. Sorry. Evoh, a nice Doomsy. We will watch it here for a second, and then I'm going to go update during the countdown of the kickoff. Great start for Evoh. I need to update this because we're now playing on EU servers. Sorry, chat. There we go. We missed just a countdown. Countdown not so bad to miss. Now EU servers. Evoh's rocking about 100 ping. It looked like Revezy had like 28. So Evoh 100, Revezy 28 here on EU. Evoh's starting with a 1-0 lead. Nice bump. Revezy back to the Octane. Had enough of the Fennec. Wasn't working for him. Evoh. Wait, both these guys back to the Octane. They predetermined this. They decided the Octane, it drives faster on EU servers. Evoh trying to get a high shot. Forcing a tough save. That was a bit of an all-in play from Evoh. He needed to get a good shot. Otherwise, he would have been really in trouble. One flip reset, too. But the wave dash, not there. Ooh, nice cheeky double jump, though, to get above Rev. Rev, a little bit slow to respond to the Evoh dribble. Evoh, tap of the high line. Just demo the opponent, and you don't have to worry about getting the save. The ball also did not have bad spin, so didn't have to worry about the bounce bringing it in either. Evoh, his potential air dribble getting stopped out by Revezy. Back when Evoh was playing about a month ago, Evoh was one of the best air dribble bumpers we've ever seen. He was going back to the air dribble bumps like crazy. Recently, he's kind of turned away from them. Not sure we've seen him go to the air dribble bumps even at all in the first 3 games, and maybe not in the past couple times we've had him on stream. Which is crazy to think, because the air dribble bumps are nice, and Evoh was good with them. But he has moved away from them. Doesn't rely on them. It seemed like maybe right there he was about to start one, but Revezy stopped that before it ever got started. Nice shot from Rev. Good little fake to make it look like he might go to the right side of the net. A high dribble setup. Getting his car on the left side of the ball. Making it look like he's going to go right. And adjusting at the last second is a great outplay. Evoh is even going to give him a nice shot. Evoh has to undercut Rev to keep him from countering. Smart play. A deep dive. Evoh was in a tough spot. His only way that he wasn't going to get scored on is if he slowed up Revezy's counter. Oh, big miss on the wall. Easy buckets for Rev. Evoh just making a mistake. Had all the boosts in the world. Trying to play aggressive. Trying to stay on top of the ball. Cannot do it. Evoh, a chip set up to himself. Trying to go the full field. Used up all his boost. So now he's in defensive mode all the way back to his goal line. Revezy's been trying to just flick it past Evoh on the goal line. It's going to be hard to do against a defender as good as Evoh. Normally players going all the way back are being asked to be demoed and or low 50. Because those are so easy to make go in your favor as an offender when you bring them all the way to the goal line if the defender's going to wait there. But right now, Revezy trying to flick it above him. And he misses on this first flick, but the continuation is there. Evoh didn't want to challenge early and get the ball popped above him, and he waited long enough that he just gets scored on right away. Hitting the post and in, though, it does not get better placement than that. Just enough that Evoh felt it not worthy to jump up. Good kill of this ball. Revezy up 4-1. In the zone here on his home servers. Way to get above that ball, kill the bounce, roll it in. Kickoffs, for once in all these cross-region matchups I've ever done, seem to go in favor of the player with better ping. I swear it hadn't been that way this entire time, but right now Revezy's getting a lot of good kickoffs at the start of the EU games, and certainly Evoh was controlling the kickoff game. Oh my goodness, what a pre-jump! Did he save that? I think it had orange trail, so I don't think he did. But that was an insane pre-jump. He's not going to be able to get back to this ball, though. Revezy running it up here against Evoh. Evoh trying to... I mean, that was actually really close to a takeaway. He was pre-jumping from pretty far away, which meant if he does connect with the ball, there's not going to be a 50. It's just going to push it immediately back. But if he misses, he's getting scored on. So a super high-risk challenge from Evoh. Didn't work out. Air dribble from himself. Revezy's not letting the air dribble bumps happen. Maybe the credit should just be to Revezy, because Evoh is taking it to the air, and Revezy's instantly jumping. Ooh, he adjusted at the last second underneath. He thought he had gone too high. He was so quick. He had gotten up above Evoh where you want to be to try and win those 50s. And he thought he had just been too quick. So he adjusted at the last second down. That's what made it so Evoh could pop it above him. Evoh down 3 with a minute left to go. He's looking for a bump. He pulled off the bump himself. Wait a second. I think Rev could have just gone straight at that ball. He probably realized that Evoh was trying to bump him, so he just assumed that he was going to get there. But Evoh actually pulled away from it. If Revezy could have just pretended that Evoh didn't exist, he would have had a really easy save. Oh no. I think I DC'd. Oh, he won? Oh, wait. They're saying Revezy won. Okay, guys, I guess only I got knocked out of the server. Revezy won 7-4. Okay, I'll update the scoreboard. I didn't realize what happened, but apparently they had no issues. So, Evoh will score to start this game. And once again, sorry, guys, I'm tabbing out mid-game. I know you guys don't like that, but that was a special situation. It wasn't just me. Apparently, Johnny Boy on his stream had to restart a game as well. But we're back. So it could be worse. It could be worse, chat. We're still here. Revezy won a game. He won that first game on EU servers. Raymundo, what are you doing inviting me to a party right now? But, all right. Here we go. Game number 2 on EU servers. Revezy, nice double. Let's shake it off, chat. Shake it off. Oh, servers were down in ranked as well, so they just had to give it like a full reset. It's crazy that Evoh and Revezy didn't, like, they played the game out. It sounds like they just played the rest of it out and then joined back in with me after, which is kind of crazy. Evoh trying to get a full dribble from the wall. We'll see how the rest of this series goes. Revezy, a nice demo in a second. Evoh going to take it home. Evoh just needs to take a single game, and he can take the series ultimately from Revezy. Revezy is able to take his first game on his servers. How's this server for Evoh? Much better. 88 ping. We maybe should have played on this server all along. But Evoh was down to play on 100 for the last one. A nice kickoff win. Apparently it ended 7-4 in the last game. Revezy, super high lob with low boost. Nice outplay. Yeah, you can tell both of them were operating on low boost, and that situation was likely going to go in favor of Evoh. He's thinking about coming to that ball. He's sitting there approaching the ball instead of retreating with 0 boost. But ultimately, not able to get that early challenge he wanted and getting outplayed deep in his half. Another save, but he's going to have to play defense with 0. A good high chip. Rev needed to get that ball up. Evoh did not have any boost to make a save. This is a dangerous spot for Revezy. Can Evoh get the power? He can, man. He is great with these shots. These aren't easy. I really think these aren't easy. Lots of players can't get this shot. He's got 2 different pads he gets over, and he has to boom a shot on the ground. It's going to be slowed by the roll all the way to the net before Rev gets back. And he doesn't seem to have much issue with it. He just absolutely destroys him. Evoh, 4-3 lead in this game, 2 on EU servers. Evoh into the air dribble. Way too much forward momentum, making it very easy to predict as a defender. When Evoh's stuck behind the ball, cannot change the trajectory in any meaningful way. Evoh, nice play off the backboard. Should have a long shot. He'll play it slow. No, there it is. I was gonna say, where's the Usain Bolt check? He's been doing that every time he has a wide open net. The look back to see where the defender is, but Revezy I don't even think was like pretending to come back, or he was all the way behind Evoh. Evoh up 5-3. Trying to make a quick touch on the kickoff, put Revezy on his back foot right away. Challenge in midfield, barely even. Evoh wants to get the softest touch he can to make sure that ball doesn't clear back out to midfield. A high lob. Revezy with a great boost advantage right now with this boost, and could have just spawned for Evoh. Doesn't seem like it. Looks like he used his one pad he had. But Revezy not staying on top of the ball. Evoh able to take it away. This game slowing down just a little bit here, as Revezy has a nice bounce dribble. He's done well in these dribble situations. To go low 50, I like to see it. He had been trying to flick so much earlier in this series in those same exact situations where he's got a dribble on top of his car. He's just trying to outplay Evoh, who's waiting on the goal line with a flick, which is so hard to do. But when you take low 50s, it frequently goes in the attacker's favor as long as they're right on the goal line, which Evoh's being willing to let Revezy take it all the way in. He has not been coming out to meet him. This time, Rev will get a low 50 on Evoh playing off the wall. So just good continuation of this possession. He had Evoh in a tough spot for like the past minute or so in this corner, and he kept the pressure on. Enough shot attempts to never really let Evoh take a chance to breathe. Revezy, good pre-flip into the corner to grab boost. He's got all the boost in the world, so this should not be a starvation play. Evoh just grabbing that back corner for himself to match Rev. Nice strong shot. Evoh has been great in net right now. He's done a really good job of predicting where these shots from Rev are going to go, and everything high he's saving. I expect to see Rev go lower much, much more for the rest of the series, because the low game has been working for him. Even when it doesn't score, it started that play, that minute-long play that did eventually get him a goal, which was another low 50. Evoh just playing too good a defense high. He's expecting the high shots, and he's making the adjustments early, but did he try and get that bump without turning on ball cam? Or sorry, turning off ball cam? Because that was crazy. He needs to get that bump. He thought for sure Revezy was going to come out of net, and he didn't even think he needed to turn off ball cam to find out. He just tried to roll in front of the ball and get the bump, but Rev was nowhere close. 42 seconds. Evoh, a good demo on his back line. A bounce, dribble, and a flick will get saved away. Trying to put Rev in net. This time, the backup isn't going to work. Evoh's been doing this a lot all series, where every time the ball is rolling away from the net and some defender is waiting, he'll just let it roll as far as he can and then try and bait them in with a power shot. Revezy not having it this time. Revezy realized it was happening early, decided to challenge it immediately before Evoh could even get into that situation. Evoh, low on boost, rolling this one off the back wall, or low on, wait a second, Revezy! Evoh! Evoh somehow finding a way to get a 6. It seemed like he had made a mistake rolling this ball up the back wall. It didn't seem like it was going to be shootable, but Revezy just stuck in just enough of an awkward spot that he's sitting on the wall looking at it thinking, I can't get to it. I can't turn around here in time to touch the ball, so he just kind of stares at it while hovering on the back wall, and Evoh finds a way to chip it out and get a nice break. The first break of our series, at least, getting an EU server win as he goes up 4-1. Wait, Revezy, one more. Evoh versus Revezy. Game number 6. Evoh able to steal game 2 on EU servers in his favor. Can he take another one? I think it's really important for Evoh not to pull off. You know, I think both these teams could afford to have every game they can get. This is technically already a match in Evoh's favor, but I think 5-1 looks a lot better for North America if he can grab it. So hopefully these guys can stay focused in this 6th game. Revezy, I'm sure, wanted to show he could take a game from Evoh, and a nice flick above. Evoh has frequently started to play a little bit more relaxed in series that he thinks he has in the bag. And this is a special situation in which technically he has the series in the bag. He doesn't even think he has it. He won the series, but he needs to get another game for NA. So we'll see how he plays it. Revezy trying to take a low dribble. Not going to work though, as he drops it off the top of his car a little bit early. And he's moving so fast, he can't stick with it. You can see he tried to get on the right side of the car and make a bit of a outplay touch, like a redirection on the dribble, but when the ball is going supersonic already, you can't catch back up and get around it to tap it away. They changed color. Yeah, sorry, they changed color a lot because on my stream, I don't have an overlay related to the colors, which I think I'm going to get. I think I'm going to work on getting a nice overlay instead of my sweet scoreboard that I made in MS Paint. But we'll have a nice overlay soon, and then these guys will stick with certain colors the whole time. Revezy, a big clear and a goal. Wow, I thought he was just clearing it to the back wall. I didn't realize it was in. Evoh carrying it in front of the net, giving just a little bit too much space. It wasn't quite MS Paint, but it might as well have been. Nice kick out from Evoh. I'm lagging in this server. That ball went all the way into the back of the net. I talk about back of the net a lot, and really what I'm saying is that somebody just scored. But that ball legit went in the back of the net. It almost touched the very back, which usually means Rocket League servers are a little bit questionable. I think the good news is that I'm looking at my stream status. It's not saying that we're dropping frames. I think it is just our connection to Rocket League servers that is a little bit whack. Evoh! Did Revezy tap this in? I didn't even think that touch was online, but apparently it was. The flip reset. Oh yeah, it is. He just puts Revezy to sleep. He's worried about what Evoh might do, and Evoh does nothing at all. Yeah, we must regain. Get your praying hands in the chat for Cox Communications. I actually tend to slightly blame Rocket League here because of what happened earlier, and the fact that it happened to other people as well. Revezy from the ceiling, looking like he tried to set up that flip to get a flip reset, but wasn't able to connect. Evoh's save and his double is not fast enough, but he does have the boost steal. Revezy using momentum to stay on top of this one, but he should be in a tough spot now. Nice early challenge. He needed that early challenge, and it might have even gotten him a goal. 4-3 for Revezy. Great play from Revezy. In a tough spot, playing with low boost. A great high jump or quick jump to that ball before the counterattack came out. Evoh went all in on the demo. Thought he had a boost advantage, so thought he'd be able to catch up, but Revezy with nothing, too quick, too crafty, able to evade the demo and turn around to take the lead. 4-3. Evoh back to the corner. An absolute insane recovery. This was crazy. I'm glad it got a goal because it was absolutely nutty. What was he doing? He's just like holding power slide, flipping all the way back into his corner, and Revezy rolls it right into him, and he challenges it perfectly. A takeaway for a fourth. That was nutty. Evoh, the camera checks. What is going on with our man? He is going sicko mode right now as he's flying around the map. Evoh from the wall. He needs a flip reset to finish it, and he does! We've seen this a million times from Evoh, chat. He's activating Evoh mode. Well, I'm pretty sure Evoh, what does he say? Play a demon timing? I don't even know what that is, chat. I don't even know what that is, but that was his name one time. I wonder if he believes he's in that mode right now because he is going crazy. A lot of the times, it doesn't work out for him. This time, it does. He's able to get the flip reset. Evoh on demon timing. That's what it was, right? Evoh has reached demon timing, apparently. Whatever that is, Chad. I don't know what that reference is, so I probably sound like a boomer. But Evoh, I'll tell you one thing he hasn't been able to do, and that is take Revezy out of the game. He's looked for a lot of bumps recently, and he can't connect. Revezy's doing a good job of dodging them. This time, Revezy goes above on the irritable bump. Or sorry, Evoh goes under, but Revezy went high. I think Revezy needed to get a little bit lower. I don't think you ever want to make it possible to save your edgeable bump from below. But maybe that's Revezy trying to get one step ahead. Technically, all these guys who have gotten good at stopping edgeable bumps, they all go above. So I imagine maybe Revezy trying to counter the counter. But it's not going to work. Evoh, the kickoffs have been good to him. Up 6-5 with 1:48 left to go. BP lost the first two games by 1 goal. That's a rip. Evoh finally able to take Fifi out of the game. He's been searching for that demo for a while. Oh my goodness. The wave dashing maniac! Can he turn it in for a goal? Evoh! Evoh, Evoh, Evoh. What are you doing out here? The man is flipping around like crazy. You never think that that was a good idea. You watch that setup and you think, what is that man doing? He needs to focus, but somehow he finds a way to score it. Oh my goodness. Evoh. Evoh's in the zone right now. This is the kind of, comfortable zone that Evoh plays in a lot. Maybe it took being up in the series 4-1. But this is also the downside, right? This is Evoh. There's really no reason why he should get scored on here. He's doing some crazy flip as he goes down the field, which means he can't react to the touch from Revezy in time, and then just an absolute wide open touch. Evoh up 7-6 with 1 minute left to go. Looking to try and finish off Revezy, but can't do it, at least not yet. A nice hook dribble. A couple different fakes, and you can see my internet's amazing as that ball goes literally inside Revezy before he chips it past. Man, Evo's gotten this kickoff so many times. This kickoff is carrying him right now. You can see he just very intentionally at the last second to push it right. I don't know if he's looking at what Revezy's doing or not. Maybe he's reacting really, really well, or maybe he's just intentionally setting up that left to right push on almost every kickoff. But it's worked really, really well for him. Revezy almost able to get the same, but couldn't get the pre-flip into the ball. The demo will mean that he does tie it up. Chad, have you guys ever been in a ranked game where this is happening? Where you're just kind of vibing and you don't expect to use quick chat, but the other guy just won't stop telling you nice shot, and you don't want to be rude, so you got to say thanks. I think that's happening right now. Revezy, his kickoff goal saved away. 42 seconds left to go. Evoh to the wall, trying to outplay the demo attempt. Can he pull this into a shot? If he had landed with his wheels on the ceiling, I would have believed in him, but he got squeezed up into the ceiling faster than he wanted to. A high chip. He's got boost to make a play. Revezy, wow, the presence of Revezy just forced Evoh off that ball, and a flick for a 9th. Evoh, am I crazy, or does Evoh have this ball if he wants it? I guess he's too deep under it. But dude, he just let Revezy have it. He was scared of maybe a single jump from Rev tipping it over him. So he went all the way back to net, and a great flick. Good placement. 16 seconds left to go. Evoh is going to need some kickoff magic that he had before. But he loses this one into his half. Still has a lot of open field. He's going to play it low. He demos Rev. He should be able to grab boost and shoot this, depending on where Rev spawns. Nice shot, Evoh. That was about as close as it gets. But Evoh, with a second left on the clock, will tie it up. Revezy did not get a great spawn. I think there would have been better spawns. If he had spawned closer, he might have just been able to single jump to get above Evoh. So a trash spawn from Revezy. He's got to work on that. But he might be able to keep this one up. No. Overtime in game 6. Evoh versus Revezy. Evoh winning the kickoff. The crucial kickoff in overtime. Is he going to be able to air dribble this back on? It's going to cost him a lot of boost. That flip reset. Oh my goodness, Evoh! So close to finishing it off, but now he's in a tough spot. Rev is going to have control of the ball quickly and 100 boost. Evoh, quick challenge. High ball. He should be able to finish it. No, a soft touch. Rev's going to have an easy time touching that one away. Evoh had to play quick. Wait a second. Can Evoh... Wow, what a recovery. It seemed like Revezy maybe had an open field. We didn't get to watch Evoh because of the camera angle, but he somehow came back so fast. Nice shot from Evoh. He will take it 5-1 against Revezy. Evoh in the zone. As he dribbles this one to the ground. I don't think he had a wave dash. He just lets it land on top of him for the extra speed. 10-9. Revezy going to take it, or sorry, Evoh going to take it 5-1. Taking the last 2 games on EU, only dropping a single game to Revezy.